We're inside of the Baltimore-Washington International Airport to interview the owner of the Ritas, the only Ritas in any airport in the United States. Tisha Skinner, let's meet her.
My name is April Williams, business owner, creator, and host of Entrepreneurship. Join me as I travel around the DMV to find out what it really takes to launch and grow a small business. Meet Tisha Skinner, corporate professional turned serial franchisee and now owner of the first Rita's Italian Ice in an airport. Most days, you can find her dishing out sweet treats to weary travelers at Airport Terminal C inside the Baltimore-Washington International Airport.
Tisha Skinner, thank you so much for being with us today on Entrepreneurship. I can tell you I have been so excited to come and meet with you and hear more about your story. I know that it's going to be so inspiring to other people. So we are here at the Baltimore-Washington International Airport at the Ritas, which you are the owner. You are the owner of the only Ritas inside of any airport in the world?
In the world, yes.
In the world. So it's incredible. So tell me how you transitioned and why you transitioned from corporate America to owning not only Rita's, but also Smoothie King.
Well, it was a hard transition. As you know, when you're in corporate America, you have that steady income, which is hard to come away from.
Yes, it is.
But I didn't have the work-life balance and the freedom that I desired. So having a brand new baby and also being in grad school was a challenge for me, and I wanted something that would give me more freedom to spend time with my family. So I decided to go into franchising, and I opened my very first smoothie franchise at that time. And I've been doing that for 18 years now, believe it or not.
Wow.
And then I transitioned into airports, and I felt like this was my niche. I opened up my airport location here at BWI Airport maybe about 6-7 years ago.
And what terminal is that Smoothie King located at?
That's in Terminal D over by Delta Airlines.
I have been in Terminal D and I have had it last time when I was in here, and it is fantastic. So awesome.
Thank you. And this location is brand new. This is my new baby.
Yes.
We've been open for almost a year, and so far so good. This is the very first Rita's, like you said before,
right,
in an airport ever, and we're very, very proud and very happy as its performance. And the travelers are very excited to see Rita's here at BWI.
Well, we see them behind us, very excited. You can hear the excitement of them, so that's pretty exciting. So you actually have to be what's called, it's an alphabet soup, ACDBE certified through the Maryland Department of Transportation. So tell me what that process was like.
Well, it's very time consuming. Like I always tell people, it's a free program. So, you know, with it being free, there's going to be a lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork.
Do not get discouraged because the benefits that come with it are tremendous. Because I'm ACDBE certified, I'm allowed to do business here at BWI.
Yes.
I also am allowed to have different financing options. So this project, my Smoothie King location was actually funded by the Department of Commerce from the state of Maryland. Me to get different contracts and also entrance into different airports that I normally wouldn't have that opportunity. So if you can apply for your ACDBE certification, and if you're interested in doing business at the airport, go ahead and get it done.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with the MDOT's, SBE, MBE. A lot of people are more familiar with that DBE certification, but it can be a little bit difficult and time consuming to get this ACDBE. But as we can see, it is so well worth it. But I really want to talk about your corporate career in comparison to this small business, you know, ownership.
Wow, it's a huge difference. So corporate America is challenging. Of course, there are goals and there's quotas in corporate America. We still have them here. I still have them here owning my own business. The main difference is work never stops when you're your own boss. A lot of people think it gets a little easier. To me, it gets a little harder, but the reward is that you're working for yourself. And at the end of the day, all of my hard work goes towards me, and I get to reap the rewards instantly. A lot of times when you work for someone else, you don't really necessarily see those gains right away, and sometimes you feel unappreciated.
It's the long game.
It's the long game, and then I do have something that I can leave for my kids in the end. Where in corporate America, you may get a watch for your 50 years of service, maybe a 401k if you're lucky. But with this, I have something tangible that I can leave behind for my kids, and then they also get to see their mom being an entrepreneur that they can look back at and learn those qualities and use in their future as well.
That is amazing. So it doesn't come easy.
Not at all.
And lifes. And you've had some life journeys that would take so many people out. Tell me a little bit about how you transitioned from, losing homes, losing the Smoothie King, losing so much to now being restored and coming back. Tell me a little bit about that time in your journey.
Wow, I always forget about all of the challenges that I go through because sometimes when you go through them, you don't realize what you're going through. And a lot of times when I talk to people about them, it reminds me of how resilient I actually am.
Yes.
I've had a lot of peaks and valleys, and entrepreneurship is not easy. Sometimes people make it seem very glamorous. It has its glamorous moments, but there are those peaks and valleys, and sometimes it can be very challenging. There are days when I wake up and I want to quit, a lot of days.
Yes.
But then there are days when I wake up and I say I can't quit because I've got these amazing employees that rely on me. I've got a lot of people that look up to me, my family, my friends. They live to see me thrive. So I've got to hang in there. And it gets challenging. I've lost houses. I've lost a lot of money doing this, but at the end of the day, this is my purpose.
Wow.
And that's what a lot of people need to realize. When you're walking in your purpose, nothing can stop you. And yes, I do have a lot of failures, but I have a lot of wins too. And the biggest part of this all is getting back up when you fall. And I feel like I have that gift of resilience that I will never fail and I will never give up. And that's why I'm here today.
That's beautiful. That's so beautifully stated. I know that's going to help someone. Because there's so many, even myself as a business owner, you have those stretches to where you're like, man, I really think that I should close this down and go push the broom for somebody else. But then you remember that, yes, this is your purpose, right? So tell me something. Why Rita's? Why Smoothie King?
I don't like to cook. Ironically enough.
Okay.
How does someone own a restaurant and they don't like to cook?
Sure.
So Smoothie King and Rita's fit into my dream of owning a restaurant without having to cook.
Right.
They're both treats. The downfall is they're both seasonal. So during the wintertime, I have challenges, but hey, the airport solves that because we're year round. We're in an enclosed environment. So I get to serve people all year round without having that seasonality, as most treat places do.
Right.
I get to employ, because we're not cooking and we don't have those health standards, I get to employ younger kids, and I get to teach them the ropes at an early age, and I get to bring happiness. People come to Smoothie King and they come to Rita's, they smile. We serve treats, we serve healthiness at Smoothie King and wellness, and it's just a good feeling for me. I chose them both because of the type of business that they are, and I'm pretty happy with the type of businesses that I run.
Well, I can tell you, whenever I go to Rita's, I'm very happy.
Yes.
And when I was here in the airport the last time, some months ago, and I came upon the Smoothie King, first of all, I didn't know it was owned by you.
Yes.
Black woman owned. It's just incredible, what you're doing. And I really love how you said, when you get those bumps and those bruises, that you just kind of have to keep going, right? So tell me a little bit about where you see your future as a franchisee.
Well, COVID definitely changed my trajectory. Before COVID, I wanted to own 100 stores all over the world.
Right.
And that definitely changed how I looked at my business and the progression. During COVID, a lot of my stores, I own stores outside of the airport as well, and those really got hit hard. Though my airport locations got hit hard, the airport took care of me. While there were no travelers here, they were able to make some adjustments with my rent, make sure that I was able to recover. And a lot of my stores that were outside of the airport, the landlords really didn't do that. So I kind of looked at my business structure and how I wanted to grow, and I decided that I wanted to focus more on airport business. This is my niche. There's not a lot of franchises that are able to pursue airport business because of lack of experience.
Right.
And I have that experience, and I do really well in the airport. And I'm also working at some other airports in our region, which will be soon to come as well. So stay tuned for some more Rita's and Smoothie Kings at an airport near you.
I tell you, I'm so full. Like I said, this morning felt like Christmas morning because I knew not only was I coming to interview you, but I was coming to interview where we just came from in Baltimore, a Friendly Bread, and 2 food and beverage based businesses where you all are just taking some hits some days, but then you have so many wins. And I think it's so important for people who are interested in going into business for themselves that you know that it's going to be a balance of both of those, but that you have to keep moving. Thank you so much. This has been incredible. I really appreciate it. I'm really curious though, what are your favorite treats here?
Oh my goodness.
Since we're at Rita's, what are your favorite treats?
So many.
Mine too.
I love Swedish fish. That's my favorite Italian ice that we serve. Mango is probably my second favorite.
Island and you, yes.
Yes. And I do love, so this can't be made. I shouldn't even be mentioning it. But I do love, I add vanilla wafers to my vanilla custard and a little bit of banana ice. So it's kind of like a banana pudding. I love that. That's my favorite too.
Oh, you just got me hip to something.
Yes.
So I think we're gonna end this interview, so I'm gonna have
custom.
What she just, so that's not even on the menu.
It's not on the menu, but it's kind of like Tisha's concoction. I love it.
Okay, well I just love it. I appreciate you. I am looking forward to all the great things that you're going to be doing, and thank you so much for having us here at the BWI Rita's, the only one in the whole world inside of an airport, but not for long.
Not for long.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tisha Skinner ditched her corporate career to follow her dream of entrepreneurship and franchise ownership. Want to learn more? Find them on Instagram at Rita's Ice or ritasIce.com/BWI. Want to stay up on all things Entrepreneurious? Well, you can like and subscribe at Entrepreneurious Show. We'll see you next time.